Today is Tuesday, June 22nd, and here are today's top stories. NFL football player, defensive, and Carl Nassib, who plays for the Raiders, posted on Instagram a video to come out as gay. News reports said that he made sports history for being the first active member of the NFL to come out as gay. Nassib said he agonized over this moment for the last 15 years. He was thinking about it and decided that he feels immense responsibility to support the Trevor Project organization that's goal is to prevent suicide among young LGBTQ community. He donated $100,000 to that project. Many looked back on Michael Sam. He was the star defensive player for the University of Missouri. When he came out as openly gay, proud man before the 2014 NFL draft, he only played in the preseason for the St. Louis Rams, and he was cut before the regular season. He then played for the Canadian Football League, becoming the league's first openly gay man. However, he retired shortly after that, saying he had a tough time getting through and a concern for mental health. Nassib posted on Instagram and announced that he tweeted thank you on Twitter to Michael Sam for his courage, and that he looks forward to seeing Nassib on the field. USA News Today explained that Democrats in the Senate are trying to pass updated voting rights legislation, but that is unlikely to pass because the support for the Republicans group. Democrats said that the bill is called For the People Act, which has different goals to vote on election days to make it a federal holiday and make it easier to vote, expand early voting, and allow felons who have served their sentence to vote, and end partisan gerrymandering of congressional districts. Democrats previously wanted to stop states from being able to enact their own voting identification laws and replace it with federal guidelines. Democratic Senator Joe McCann didn't support this, and it was removed from the Senate bill. Republicans say that the Democratic bill actually was an attempt to block and permanently rig the rules of elections in their favor. News reports said that the Republicans were united in opposition. There was talk of eliminating filibuster, which will allow Democrats to pass key legislation with a simple majority with Vice President Kamala Harris for a tiebreaker. Other Democrats did not agree because it could backfire in the future if another party rises to power with a simple majority. Several Republicans-led U.S. states have passed laws and they wanted to increase rules and limit strict guidelines and restrictions to voting laws this year, which is criticized by liberal black and brown leaders as an attempt to suppress their community's votes. The Supreme Court ruled 9-0 against the National College of Athletic Association, NCAA, wishes to put caps and limits on student athletes to receive compensation. Law professor Michael Schwartz will help explaining this further. The case involved with the Sherman Act, an antitrust law that prohibits the restraints of trade. For many years, the NCAA refused to pay athlete students, to participate in sports. Universities and coaches are paid millions of dollars, but the student athletes are not getting paid. The students sued and said the NCAA is violating the Sherman Act. In oral argument before the Supreme Court, NCAA argued that the spending caps were needed to preserve against a distinction between amateur and pro sports. According to the court's opinion, NCAA was arguing that the Sherman Act should not apply to higher education and sports. The decision of the Supreme Court said no and held up the lower court's injunction that barred the NCAA from limiting compensation and benefits related to education. This case should reshape college sports by allowing more money from a billion-dollar industry to go to the players. Thank you, Michael, for explaining. One rocket, SpaceX, carried a squad of baby Hawaiian squid, which called bobtail squid, up to the International Space Station. A researcher named Jamie Foster said that she wants to understand and analyze the rocket space impact on how space flight impacts squid. CBS 4 News explained that the squid has a symbolic relationship with natural bacteria. That helps to regulate their bioluminescence, and researchers hope that they can learn how to benefit humans to stay healthy while they for long periods in space. Baby squid will come back to Earth in July. U.S. Navy showed a video of a massive explosion in the Atlantic Ocean that was detonated to test the durability of a new aircraft carrier. The explosion triggered a 3.9 magnitude earthquake. I'll show you a video clip, so hold on. This took place around 100 miles east of Florida a few days ago. Many people claim that this was very unhealthy for the wildlife in the ocean and as harsh conditions may encounter in the battle. So it was required for them to do this. Thanks for watching today's news. We'll see you all tomorrow and stay with the light.